Hi guys, I'm going to talk super fast. I'm going to go through this. I just turned it on and it said my connection is weak. So I'm hoping that it doesn't have that fuzzy sound. I don't know why I'm having problems doing the Facebook Lives and why it gets so gargled, but I'm going to talk as quick as I can. And I think what we're going to do from now on is I'm going to Facebook Live it and we're going to record it on a regular video at the same time, so that even if it comes out garbled, we will repost the better one, the better audio, so that we can do it both ways. So as always, grab your oils, get them out, get ready to breathe, and enjoy your stuff. I'm doing some serious lumming because I am believing spring is on the way. I just have that going on in my head, and I am ready for it because we are what? It is March 21st. It is time for spring. A beautiful friend of mine, Catherine Tristan, gave these to me at our leadership the other day. So I just keep sitting here breathing them in and enjoying the spring. And in my head, I'm saying it's there, even though outside it's still kind of cold and it's wet and it's dreary. I still believe it's coming, right? Because for everything, there is a season, and spring is going to happen. I'm just saying. All right, so today, you guys, our call is on the NingXia Nitro. Whoop, whoop. How many of you guys already use your Nitro and you already love your Nitro and you know it's amazing? All right, this little tube right here, man, this is a game changer. This is something that needs to be with you. So you can take a little shot in the morning. You just shake it up. It's a liquid. It's a juice. It tastes amazing. So you will love the flavor of it. For those of you that are kind of worried about the taste of stuff, you don't have to worry about that with this Nitro. This is delicious. This is cherry. It's wolfberry. It's got chocolate essential oil. It tastes delicious. So you just pull the little metal tab off of it and you squish it, and when you drink it, so I'm going to show you how to do this because it's important that you do it the right way, because I don't want you to waste any of the gold. So what you're going to do, you're going to pull this little top part off. Make sure you shake it first. If you pull it off and you realize you didn't shake it, you just put your little finger over the top and you shake it up like that, right? And so now I'm going to demo, because I love you guys enough to demo it, right? So I'm going to demo it. You're going to take it, you're going to put your lips all the way around it, and you're going to suck. All right. So a lot of people do that and they're done, but this is the right way to do it. So you tip it. That's how you empty a tube right there. You roll that up and you get all that deliciousness. This is a powerhouse. This is going to help you have that extra energy throughout the day to do what you need to do. So you can do it at breakfast. You can do it like that 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock dip that you have going on, or you've got something you got to focus, you got to get done. You're going to be able to use it then. So here's, I have this whole list of stuff to talk about. Carla Green, who was an amazing diamond in Young Living years ago when Nitro first came out, did tons of different research on it. And she made this document that we pretty much don't have right now because there's lots of stuff on it that we can't say. So I'm going to be reading the stuff off of it that we can say, and then I'm going to call Carla and see if we can edit this out to make it something that we can share again, because there's still so many amazing things that we can talk about that I would love to get in your hands. So here we go. First, if you will look at your container of NingXia Nitro, you can go online and look at the container. It literally says supports cognitive fitness. So this, although we always talk about it as energy and giving us that, you know, nitric oxide boost, that woo, like a car going fast, which is part of it, but it really is cognitive health. So a lot of the stuff you're going to hear me talking about doesn't even have anything to do with energy. It's like this amazing side note that happened with this great product. So here's some things. Healthy, sustained energy. So this isn't energy because you got this huge amount of caffeine or this big rush going on. This is sustained energy so that you're able to do what you got to do and move on. And I'm so afraid that this is paused again. It looks like it is. We will find out. This is also improved mental focus. This is going to help you be able to focus, get things done, and remember the things you do. It helps with clarity. It helps with improved memory. This teeny tiny little bottle right here. So this is a great one to put in your kids' lunches and to put in your teens, especially because how often do they have lunch and then they've got classes after lunch and they have a hard time staying awake in their afternoon classes because that normal dip happens. This is a great one for them to use if they've got testing going on. This is a great one for our kids, so that gives them that little boost. And so you know, it only has about 40 milligrams of caffeine in a tube. So this isn't like I wouldn't give it to my little preschoolers, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, but when you've got your middle schoolers and your high school kids, this is a great boost. That is less than you would get in a cup of green tea. So it's not this huge boost of caffeine. It's a little bit, but it's all the other stuff that's going to make a difference in there. So you have that focus, memory. It supports healthy mood. so that you feel a boost. You know those days where you're just like, oh, and you're just like, oh, woe is me. This one gives you that boost to get you out of that and let you get right up here again. Let's see. It's great for increasing exercise and sports performance. So you're going to go work out. This is going to give you that little bit of boost so that you can get the job done. Let you push through your plateaus. What else? It helps to increase collagen production. That's a plus. That is the beautiful skin and making sure our skin doesn't get wrinkly and aged. That's the increased collagen that's in there. So these are things we don't even think about. It also even helps to support weight loss because why? It's working on our metabolism. So our energy is up like it's supposed to. It makes us want to go out there and exercise. It increases leptin. Part of what leptin does is it tells our body, it doesn't increase with it. It partners with leptin. And leptin is the one that says, I'm good, I don't need any more food, and let's go exercise. It's the one that's in control of the energy production. So it helps with that as well. Let's see. Sex drive. It helps to increase our sex drive and get us a little bit more energy. You know, that whole dead at night, don't want to do anything. A little bit of boost going on. I'm just saying. What else do we have? It helps with healthy cholesterol levels. Just helping to keep our body where it's supposed to be. That's part of that process, which makes sense when we talk about the little bit of hormone stuff that it works with. Some of the juices that are in here are very protective of our eyes. It has things like zeaxanthin and lutein, which are ones that are great food for the eyes themselves. So you got that boost going on. Cardiovascular health. It's just one of those that kind of hits on so many different areas, but we don't talk about any of that. So what I want to do is break it down just a little bit. Your Nitro NingXia, the juice blend that is in here, let's see, that is cherry, black currant, blueberry, bilberry, raspberry, strawberry, cranberry, and kiwi. And we're going to talk a little bit more about each of those and what's special about them. We also have the Nitro energy blend that's in there. D-ribose. I want you guys to write down the word D space ribose, R-I-B-O-S-E, D-ribose. And I want you to look it up and see what all it does and how that cognitive health we're talking about and the neurons and great things, that's part of what's in here. That's why you have that focus and that ability to remember what you're doing, the clarity, know where your car is put. It's already in there. Then it also has green tea extract. So some of that caffeine we're talking about, that's coming from that. That's why it's such a small amount. It's in the green tea extract. And look up green tea extract. Go, okay, what is green tea extract? Why would that be in there? What is protective about that green tea extract? How does that help stimulate my mind and my energy levels so that I'm able to get things done? It also has mulberry leaf extract. Again, look it up, y'all. The information is out there. You can type it in. I'm going to break it down a little bit for you, but I want you to look it up too. I want you to own it. And Korean ginseng. And we all know ginseng for your brain, ginseng for your energy, ginseng for, that whole sexual performance. We've talked about that one before. It's already in there. Then we also have our oil blend, and this is exciting. The Nitro oil blend in there. We have things that you can't get anywhere else. So vanilla essential oil is in the box. It's already in each of those tubes. And there's so much science in that. We're going to break down some of that science. Chocolate essential oil. Hello. That's amazing on its own that we can take chocolate and make it a health food, right? And really be able to enjoy it. So you get this fruity little chocolate aftertaste when you drink the juice. It is amazing. That's where that's coming from. It also has the yerba mate oil. So this is the essential oil of yerba mate, which is another one you can look up. That is Y-E-R-B-A and then mate, M-A-T-E. And you can look up yerba mate and see what it does and why it's already in there and why we're talking about that cognitive health with it. You're going to see that in that oil itself. And this is the only spot you can get the oil is in this particular product. That's the only spot. In addition to that, we have the wolfberry seed oil. Wolfberry seed oil, are you kidding? We have NingXia wolfberry and everything, all these different NingXia products that we have. It's in there, and you're going to find that we've got the oil, essential oil of wolfberry. That's huge. That's amazing. Then there's also peppermint and nutmeg and spearmint, and these are ones that we've always talked about, how supportive they are to your overall endocrine system, which is a part of that metabolism we're talking about. So again, this is about going in and giving that TLC to the system and not just a boost of energy. You're going to absolutely love it. So the juice blend. Now, all of the juices, most of the juices, there's a couple that don't. I think of the kiwi and the other cherry, what's it called? Arceola. That one don't have it. But the rest of them all have C3G, and that is a nutrient that helps to protect our neurons. It helps to go in and block fat formation. Anybody up for that, right? And that's studies and research that you can see just on that particular constituent and things that we've seen that it does. It supports your eye health. That's those high antioxidants that we talked about that are in some of those great juices that are already in there. It also helps on a cellular level. It helps work with that on your body itself. Then we have cherry. Cherry is amazing. It's really high in vitamin C, flavonoids. It's a protectant. It helps your natural cherries. Look up cherries. See that it has constituents that help with your normal inflammatory response. So, and that's already in there. That cherries are in there, so it helps with that. Let's see, what else? Improved memory. That's one of the things that cherries are fantastic with. Let's see, It helps with circulation. Circulation in your blood, around your brain. That's in cherry, some of those constituents. It's called the anthocyanins. ANTHOCYANNIS. That's the constituent in there. It also has the antioxidant melatonin. Now that's exciting because melatonin is the one that our body kicks out, our pineal gland kicks out, that helps us to be able to get into a nice deep sleep, which helps with those circadian rhythms, right? It's something our brain is supposed to do. So during the day, you feel all energized, you feel good, and at nighttime, you're able to get into that deep sleep, which is where our body restores and where it takes and stores all the memories we had. So everything that happened in your day, when we get into that nice deep sleep, which is what melatonin does, we get into the deep sleep and our brain can store everything that happened. So it's easy recall. It files stuff. So we don't have to go, what was it they said? Because we have that easy recall. Let's see, what else do we have going on with cherries? Just amazing stuff. So that's already in there. Your cherries are already in there. Then the black currant. Black currant is also very high in that C3G we talked about. That's the dark pigments that you're going to see in the fruits. That's what's coming out of that. It's amazing for your muscles, the constituents that are in there. It helps with, let's see, good stuff. Can't say any of the stuff that's on the list for there, but it does. It gives a lot of TLC to the muscles. Think black currant. It gives that energy. It allows the body to use that ATP a little bit better. That's what's in the black currant. So ATP is our energy currency. It's like every cell gets a certain amount of energy, and when it has extra, it stores it. Think like a credit card. And ATP is the credit card that allows your body to use energy in other cells. So it carries it. So my big toe has too much energy. It doesn't need it, so it gets stored as ATP. So then my body can use it in my heart or my brain or anywhere else that we need it. So that's very exciting. Then we've got kiwi. And now understand the importance of this kiwi. So, and you can look up each fruit and see what they do. So I'm just giving you a little overview of what the fruits do and part of why they were thrown in there. So kiwi is very high fats, it's very high in carotenoids. It helps to increase your oxygen. So because of those nutrients, when you do your exercise and you work out, you feel more oxygenated. You don't feel yourself gasping for breath after you work out, right? Which we could all use that little bit of boost. That's part of what's in there. It's just it's an exciting one. What else do we have in the Alert Blend? So this is that wolfberry seed oil. The wolfberry seed oil is just supporting overall well-being. So think of everything that we teach you about NingXia, and we go over that great stuff. I want you to think about what would be in that seed oil that we're getting out of it as well. So that's very exciting. Vanilla. Vanilla has been shown to decrease appetite. There's all kinds of studies that show that. It's supportive. The nutrients, the constituents that are in the vanilla help to support the brain itself. Antioxidant. Antioxidants. High in antioxidants. We could say that. It's just a great one. It's one that helps with relaxation and feeling better, and it's just a great one. And ladies, so you know, vanilla is great for your menstrual cycle as well. So it's one that just helps us be able to handle it better. Again, that relaxing, right? So chocolate essential oil. The chocolate essential oil has naturally occurring caffeine, also has theobromine, but very low levels. Remember, the total amount of caffeine in a tube. So this right here in one of them, the total amount is around 40 milligrams. So it's not like an added caffeine. It's just the naturally occurring that comes in like the yerba mate or in the chocolate itself, that naturally occurring. And that chocolate acts like a aphrodisiac. So it gets us a little more that sex drive we talked about, gives a little bit there. It increases energy and lets you know that you feel better. It gives you that boost. It gives TLC to the neurotransmitters, right? So that we just feel we feel happier. Think about that. You're stressed out, you're annoyed, something's going wrong, and you eat a piece of chocolate. What does it do? and that's the neurotransmitters kicking in. So then you've got spearmint oil. This is a great one. It's one that has been used for forever. It's great for a little bit of energy, and this is when you're eating it. So this would be like our vitality, right? Because it's already in there and you're ingesting it. So it gives you that little bit of energy, gives a little TLC to the stomach itself. It's great for working with the metabolism. So the thyroid and that type thing, your adrenals. That's going to go in there and support that as well. Then we have nutmeg. Nutmeg has traditionally, again, when taken orally, traditionally been used for hormones. So it's a great one just to give a little TLC to the whole endocrine system. It helps with that energy that we have going on. It gives a little TLC to the liver itself. So when I can do something to give some loving to my liver, especially when you consider your liver kicks out cholesterol, which is the precursor to every other hormone in your body. So if I can give a little boost to my liver and give it some TLC while I'm giving a little love to my thyroid and adrenals, and that's the way to go, right? Then we have black pepper. Black pepper, again, when it's taken internally, is amazing for the metabolism. It's already in there. It gives that little bit of a boost that we need so we have energy, so we can focus, so we don't freak out when stuff is going on. It just lets us feel calm and capable, right? Isn't that what you're looking for? I want to feel capable. I want to be able to handle any situation that comes along and feel good about it. Now we have the herb. Now this has been used as a tea traditionally for a very long time, right? And you can still go and find yerba mate tea. It's going to be higher in caffeine. It's going to give you a little more energy because of that. But some of the things that you can do, it helps with healthy cholesterol levels. Yerba mate on its own, healthy cholesterol levels. So it gives a little boost there. It helps also, there's a chemical in there that helps, not a chemical, a constituent that helps our body with fat metabolism. So where the fat is going to go, whether it's going to be stored, whether it's going to be burned for fuel, yerba mate has a play in that, some of the constituents in there. So it's a fantastic one. It is, athletes in South America use it to decrease the lactic acid buildup when they're exercising and working really hard. So it can give that little bit of boost in there. And that's the yerba mate tea. So when people are drinking that tea, those are some of the great things that it can do. And mental energy, focus, it improves your mood, right? And we're not talking like serious depression. We're talking about those days when it still looks rainy and dreary and it's supposed to be spring. That's what I'm talking about right there. You also have in there your energy blend. So that D-ribose, the green tea extract, the mulberry leaf extract, the Korean ginseng, all of those things, that's what we're talking about. I want to talk about the Korean ginseng first. This one helps to increase your metabolism. Ginseng traditionally has been used to help with that, the energy of your metabolism. So it kind of helps with the weight. It helps with that extra burn that we need to be getting on. And that's when you're taking just Korean ginseng, right? And it's already in our product. This is another one that helps with muscle formation, that lean muscle mass. Korean ginseng helps with that. What else? Sex drive. Woo-hoo! Notice it's in a couple different things. You know why? Because when you have more energy, you have more desire to do other things. So it's not just sex drive. It's the ability to enjoy life in general. We get overwhelmed. We have so much going on. We just can't handle it. We're behind. I can't get it. I can't get it. I can't get it. If I can't get all this other stuff and I'm feeling stressed, the last thing I want to do is have sex, right? That is like so far back on my to-do list, right? But this gives back that little bit of extra. So D-ribose sugar, which is what's in here. This is Olympic athletes have used D-ribose for a long time. So this is one I told you I need you to go on and research to see all that it does. So this is one that helps to increase the rate of the ATP and the energy recovery from exercise. That's that one. So that credit card of energy we talked about, D-ribose helps our body use that more effectively. If you partner our Nitro with our Pure Protein Complete, you'll see some amazing things happen because our Pure Protein has the Elevate ATP, which is another way of increasing your body's own ATP, which is our energy currency. In other words, it's the fuel our body uses. So these two things help our body to get and use and utilize the fuel it's supposed to have instead of it just sitting in a container. I always make the joke that if I bought some great fuel and I put it in a can and I put it in the back of my Ferrari or my whatever amazing car there is, but I just put it in the back seat and I don't actually put it in the car, then my car, no matter how great it is and no matter how great the fuel is, it's not going to work. And that's what both of these products help to do, is it allows to get that ATP into the cells so that our body is working like it's supposed to. So we have more stamina, endurance. That's D-ribose helps with so we don't fatigue as quickly. So our muscles don't get tired out or wore out or a lack of oxygen as well. And it does not, part of D-ribose is that it will help counter the effect of the caffeine. So that little bit of naturally occurring caffeine, that 40 milligrams, the D-ribose actually kind of counters that. So it brings that down a little bit. You'll never, when you take Nitro, you're never going to feel jittery or be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I took caffeine. It doesn't feel like that at all. It's completely different, and that's part of the reason why that's there. The green tea that's in there, now you all know, you've seen green tea diets and green tea pills and green tea this, green tea that, and the reason why is green tea has been shown to help with leptin and storage of fat. So that's the reason why when people start drinking their green tea, it's part of the reason why our sleek tea does such a great thing for our bodies, for our sleek contest, and for losing weight, is because it helps with that leptin control. It also, you know, overall weight loss, that's one of the things that green tea does. They say that 4 cups of green tea boost exercise performance by 20%. So think about that. Our Young Living green tea, it's oolong green tea. It's already in there. It also has that chocolate we talked about. So see how they roll in together. You can see why these are a great tandem partnership. The mulberry leaf. Mulberry leaf increases, let's see, can't say any of that. Mulberry leaf, use it. It's in there. It's great. Look it up yourself. In addition to all those great things that are in there, we also have the B vitamins that are in there, and we have choline that is in there. And these ones are ones that help with that cognitive health we talked about, signal being sent and it being picked up in the other direction, right? So it's helping with that overall. And B12. B12 is so important, and that's already in there. That helps with circulation. It helps with your myelin sheath, you know, having MS and every nerve in your body is coated with this myelin sheath, and it acts like a protector. So like when you plug a cord into the wall and it's got the plastic and the wires are inside it, the myelin acts like that plastic. So when you touch it, you don't short circuit, right? That's myelin. B12 helps with that myelin sheath. It helps with that protection we're supposed to have around all these amazing nerves in our body, and that's already in there. It's going to help with that cognitive health and focus. It's just amazing what B12 can do. That is, our Super B has B12 in there, and it's in an absorbable form that is good for everybody, which is very exciting. It also has B3. B3 just enhances your mood. You just feel better. You feel like you can handle things better, because we're all going to have stuff happen. Stuff happens to all of us. Life happens, right? But it's how we're able to respond. And you all know those Pollyanna, Mary Poppins people who no matter what happens, they're just perfectly perfect in every way, right? Well, part of it is they've got that going on. They've got their B vitamins in the right place so they can handle stressors and bounce back. They don't go into that stress, fight, or flight mode, right? What else do we have? Choline. Choline is the precursor to ACTH, which is a hormone that helps with memory and neurotransmissions. So it is... it's just an extra. It's a bonus in there, and it makes our brain work better. It just makes us feel clear-minded. You know how sometimes you just say, I just feel foggy. I just feel foggy. My mind says, I just feel foggy. Listen, try your Nitro. It is literally cognitive function. So those are just some of the things I wanted to throw out there. And a couple other things that are in there. There's potassium iodine in there, which is important. That's what our body uses to make our thyroid, T3, T4. The only difference between those two hormones, T3 is 3 iodine molecules, T4 is 4 iodine molecules. Your body needs an enzyme to take T4 and turn it into T3. So it kicks out T4 with 4 iodine molecules. An enzyme comes in, takes off one, turns it to T3, and gives you energy, right? Well, your body needs potassium iodine, and it's already in there. It's going on, and like I said, that caffeine, it's about 40 milligrams. And for a breakdown of what that means, 8 ounces of black tea has 42 milligrams of caffeine. 8 ounces of green tea has 25 milligrams of caffeine. Brewed coffee, 108 milligrams in that 1 cup that you got going on. Drip coffee, 145. So you're getting the good stuff. You got 145 milligrams of caffeine in that cup. Energy drink, your average energy drink that you get at the checkout when you're leaving has 80 milligrams of caffeine. Then you have like soda when you're drinking your soda. So they all have a huge amount of caffeine. This only has 40. We also have the theobromine, which helps to use up some of it. We've got the D-ribose that uses up some of it, so we don't feel overly excited or anxious after using it. All right, you guys, God bless. I hope that it worked. I'm hoping that it didn't fizzle out on you. And I will be getting on one day this week, hopefully, if I can find the time to do the other half of the Sleek With Me description of each of the products. I was thinking maybe I would pop on and just do one product each time, so it's shorter videos for you guys, so you can share them and use them and all that good stuff. Love you all. Talk to you the next time.